1 million followers. Can you boost your social following by using techniques that stars such as Taylor Swift would use? Hi, I'm Chris, I'm a doctor. I've read this book and it's done by somebody who markets for stars, and he set up his own social media presence from hardly anything and states that he got to 1 million followers within a month. So how does he do it and what's the point? Well, firstly, the point of a high following is crucial for actors or actresses, for example, because if you have a role with two equally qualified people and one of them has, say, 1 million followers on Twitter and the other's got 100, then the company will opt for the person with the higher followers because they'll think they may get free advertising. So, what's the secret? Really disappointed to say it involves paid Facebook ads. Sorry, but that's what the secret is. And basically, it's about constant iterations of these ads, because what you can do is put one advert with, say, a different color background, a different title, and you can target a particular demographic, very highly down narrowing it to particular city, gender, ethnicity, for example, and you can see which advert works the most. So in essence, what you're doing is firing bullets than the cannonball, as Jim Collins used to say, and that would be targeting lots of different adverts, seeing which works, tweak it again, and tweak it again. And the beauty of this iterative approach is that it works very rapidly, so almost immediately you can get feedback, see what works, test it, and keep optimizing. If you're paying for followers, it suggests you may want to try the emerging markets first. This is because it is cheaper to advertise and obtain followers. Then you can go back to markets such as the US or the UK, and with that added credibility of having so many followers, it's then easier for people to think, oh, that person's got a big following, they've got credibility, let's listen to them. There's a few principles to note. These are perhaps the most useful things in the book. Serve others. Try to give to others and think of them first. So what I'm doing in this is I've saved you the time of reading quite a dry book, and I've just given you all of the learning on YouTube absolutely free. A good headline, and that actually boosts the shareability factor, because what your aim is to get people to share content. If they share content of their own accord, it shows that your advert or your message is working well. So if you can boost that shareability factor, one of the techniques is to have a good headline. So with my YouTube, I would use a certain program, vidIQ, in which I would put in things to see what people are searching for most and try and target my headline for that. But perhaps I should be more thinking, well, people may be searching for that, but they may not be sharing it. So some things I could consider there. Use subtitles. Don't assume people will be listening. I know that some people like my voice, some may not like my voice, but also if you're on a train, for example, subtitles are good. If you're making YouTube videos, I'd suggest that you actually just put it up, and then the AI will take care of subtitles, which you can then edit, which is quite a good technique. Before, I used to try and make subtitles and it took ages. So that tip alone has probably saved a budding YouTuber like a month. Feel free to thank me. Another bit would be about keeping the video introductions to the minimum and actually trying to go straight to the point with the hook. So if anybody's got this far, fantastic, because the internet's fast paced, it's exciting, and there's only that 1 second or two to actually finish it. Play on the unexpected, and that would be particularly at the end of the video having a twist. So I'll have to add a twist into this just to keep you hooked in. I'll do my best. As I say, it's quite a dry book. So each piece of content also should stand on its own. So even if you've watched my videos before, thank you so much. I've said at the start, hi, I'm Chris, I'm a doctor, I'm summarising a book. I would say something like that in most videos. I perhaps should have something more hooking, maybe take some kind of fishing hook in it, but you know, it's something, and you don't have to have watch my other videos, or you didn't have to. Even if you did, you've probably forgotten most of them. And that's quite obvious that each little video should stand on its own, unless you get some that are series. And so don't force an obvious call to reaction and to action. So, I mean, you may want to, but, you know, that's what I used to say. Perhaps I should change it. But the aim of your advert is to provoke emotions in others so that they can share this, because shareability is the #1 way to quickly grow and keep getting fans engaged. I said I'd end it with the hook. Why do you want 1 million followers? The supermarkets aren't that big. They won't all fit in if they're following you, but rest assured they're only following you virtually, not in real life. Those people are stalkers. So take care. See you next time.